Business negotiations. 1. Sale agency. Dialogue 1.
We're interested in locating an exclusive agent to sell our electrical appliances. Are you interested in representing us?
What benefit can we get if we act as your agent?
We'll offer our sale agent reasonable quantities of marketing and technical literature and other marketing materials free of charge.
Anything else?
We also would provide training free of charge.
That sounds really attractive.
Yes, if you can confirm that you wish to proceed with a distributorship of our company, we'll send you a letter of appointment and can also discuss the signing of a full distributor contract.
What will be the minimum annual sales you'd like us to complete?
At least 100,000 yuan.
Well, if prices are reasonable, we're ready to become your agent.
As to the prices, we will send you a list.
All right. We'll make close study about it and give you a reply as soon as possible. Dialogue 2.
Will you consider our proposal to act as your sole agent?
Could you give me some idea of your monthly quantity guarantee?
1,000 sets per month. How do you think of that?
Don't you think this monthly turnover is rather conservative for a sole agent?
No. For this new product, that's the reasonable figure. We are experienced in marketing products similar to yours. You have to consider other factors that affect sales.
Maybe you are right. Did you just say that you represented other suppliers in this line?
Yes. If you appoint us as your sole agent, the turnover will be greatly increased.
But as our agent, you are not to handle the same or similar products of other origins.
Of course. That's the general practice. But we expect our principals to offer advertising support and spare parts service.
Of course, that's the general practice as well. We believe you are the right one to be our sole agent in your country.
As your sole agent, we'll make greater efforts to push your products.
Two. Processing trade. Dialogue 1.
We're thinking of having products processed in China.
We are glad to hear that, as it's known to all that assembly in our country can reduce costs sharply.
That's why we come here.
May I know what type of products you intend to process?
Computers, to be processed with our materials and designs.
What's the processed amount?
10,000 sets. How long will it be required to process this amount of goods?
It will take 50 to 60 days to process the goods from the day we receive the material.
How much is your processing charge?
$30 per set.
I think the processing fees shall be fixed on the basis of world labor price with a discount of 20%.
That depends on the labor needed and the quantity to be processed. We can't give you that much considering your quantity isn't large enough.
All right, we will supply you the material on time, but you must guarantee you make delivery of the finished products to us on time.
We shall ship the assembled finished products to you at the port destination as instructed by you. All the shipping expenses shall be borne by you.
Should you fail to deliver in time, all losses thus incurred shall be borne by you.
Okay. Dialogue 2.
What about the damage rate of parts and components?
In case the damage rate exceeds 2%, you shall provide at its own expense for the excessive shortage of parts and components needed for assembling.
2% is too low. As we all know, 3% is the international practice.
Well, we agree to that.
The supplied materials shall be delivered to our warehouse at your expense. If any defect is found in the materials supplied by you, we will advise you of it immediately, and you will send over replacements in time.
I think we may accept it. You shall process in strict accordance with the design and deliver the finished products in conformity with the contract terms, respecting the time of delivery, quality, and quantity.
We agree.
Three. Compensation trade. Dialogue 1.
We want to import some disc production equipment through compensation trade.
But compensation trade is a kind of loan. You have to pay interest every year.
Yes, we know that. But on the condition of the limited funds, we have to consider this trade form. Compensation trade is good for both of us.
Yes, of course. Which would you prefer? By buyback or counter-purchase?
By buyback. Buyback is more convenient than counter-purchase.
That means we should supply technical know-how and equipment, and you pay us through successive deliveries of the resultant product.
That's right. What do you think about it?
How many sets of the equipment do you want? And how long can we expect you to pay off the loan?
We'd like to import 2 sets and plan to pay off the loan in 2 years.
What's your plan based on?
The production capacity of your disc production equipment and current price of disc. This is the detailed information. Please look through it.
Well, I believe the feasibility of this project is excellent. I will go back and have a careful study.
That's great. Hope to hear something favorable from you soon.
Dialogue 2. Are you interested in compensation trade?
We are very interested in the deal.
I think the compensation trade agreement suits you better.
Same here. But we'd prefer the counter-purchase to buyback.
That's acceptable. But I'd like to know what products we will counter-purchase.
There are 2 choices for you. One is that you counter-purchase our sheets, and the other is that we can process or assemble products for you.
We would like to counter-purchase your sheets as compensation.
I really appreciate that. We guarantee the quality of the sheet.
How long do you suggest the time limit?
1 year. We shall reimburse you the total value of the entire equipment by installments in a year. But the price of the sheet shall be fixed on the basis of the world market price.
Good, we agree. Four. Consignment trade. Dialogue 1.
Do you accept consignment goods?
Yes, as an importer, we can make a consignment arrangement. How can I help you?
Great. We are looking for a consignee.
What can you supply?
Canned food, including canned fish, canned fruit, canned meat, canned mushrooms, canned vegetables, and other canned food.
Good. How do we make a start then?
Very easy. At the beginning, we will send you a small quantity to you for a trial. You sell at prices given on the price list. As soon as we find that this small quantity answers our expectation, we will make you consignment of some considerable quantity.
Your proposal is completely workable. If it were successful this time, we hoped to repeat it from time to time. But what if we failed?
On sale or return basis.
Okay, we will try the best we can with the consignment. Dialogue 2. Shall we talk about the period of time?
Okay. Usually we signed the contracts with other consignees based on 12 months. Will you follow the suit?
Yes, we'll follow the suit. What about from the beginning of next month?
That means the sales commence on May 1st, 2009 and continue through May 1st, 2010.
And we suggest that after starting the operation, we two sides meet around December 1st to decide on acceptable sales for the remainder of the consignment period.
Okay. Do you have any idea about the dispatch?
We will inform you as soon as we are short of stock.
In that case, we will suffer great inconvenience for the shipment. We'd prefer being noticed quarterly. I believe it will certainly benefit both of us.
All right. Five. Invitation of tender and bid. Dialogue 1. We are going to make an international bidding for rare metal exploitation. Are you interested in our invitation to tender for the project?
Yes, we are very interested and we have the qualifications to accept the project.
Glad to hear that.
When will you start the invitation of the tender?
We will start it 2 weeks later.
Is it a secret opening bid or a public one?
A public opening bid.
What's the time set for the bidders to submit their bids?
1 month from May 5th to June 5th.
Where can I get the tender documents?
You have to come to our office for the tender documents.
Okay, I will send someone to get it at once.
Dialogue 2.
Would you please tell me your terms of tender?
The project has been listed to the state annual plan, and we've got the working drawing and the project budget.
Are they made by the design organization approved by the relative authorities of China?
Of course, they are made by a design organization approved by the competent department under the State Council.
What about the land for construction?
It has been requisitioned already.
Do you have the building permit?
Yes, the competent construction administrative department issued the license.
I see. Thank you.
Six. Joint venture. Dialogue 1.
What type of joint venture do you usually accept?
We usually accept an equity joint venture.
That means each of the two firms will invest a certain portion of the capital and share the profits or losses in proportion to our respective contributions.
Yes.
Are there any regulations on the foreign proportion of investment?
Our joint venture law provides that the lowest foreign investment proportion shall be 25%, but there isn't an upper limit.
Doesn't the Chinese side always want to hold a bigger portion?
Not always.
Is that a joint venture can operate only after having obtained approval of your government?
That's correct.
Is the income tax on joint venture heavy?
No, you can enjoy preferential treatment. Dialogue 2.
What would be the total amount of the investment?
The total amount of investment would be $20 million.
How much would you be prepared to invest in this venture?
We'll lay out about 55% of the total investment. This includes $7 million in cash, $4 million for factory buildings, the right to use the site, etc.
Then we'd like to contribute the rest 45%, including $5 million in cash, $4 million for production equipment and testing instruments.
The cash figure is large enough to provide the construction funds and circulation capital.
I think so.
How long will joint venture last?
I would suggest 3 years to start with. How do you like it?
All right. As long as we can run it well, the period can be prolonged in the future. Seven. Cooperative venture. Dialogue 1. We are pleased to know you want to produce digital cameras in China.
We have to lower the cost as the financial crisis is so grave.
We can produce your product with lower cost and fine quality.
I'm sure of that, as nearly everything is made in China. This also prompts this decision of my firm.
So shall we talk about the details?
We'd like this cooperative enterprise not very big. For the total investment, 5 million yuan is enough.
Then how much would the registered capital be?
How about 2.5 million yuan?
Sounds reasonable. Now, what's the percentage of your contribution?
50% of the total investment. That includes cash, machinery, and equipment.
So we will provide the balance 50%, which would include the factory, premises, and right to use the site.
Deal.
Dialogue 2.
How will the value of contribution other than cash be determined?
As to the patents and trademarks, they shall be assessed by a group of experts and confirmed by the Chinese side.
What kind of group of experts?
The group of experts must be from a qualified asset appraisal company.
Good. Will the land, the existing workshops, and the new building be assessed by them as well?
Yes. The properties shall be assessed and then checked, verified, and recorded by the state-owned Asset Supervision and Administration Department.
The assets appraisal is really a system project.
So it is. Eight. Merger and acquisition. Dialogue 1. Are you interested in holding merger talks?
Considering the current financial condition of our company, I'd say yes. But I'm not sure whether it will be accepted by the majority of shareholders.
So far, the major shareholders of our company have said they will consider the merger offer.
That's inspiring news.
If we could join together, both our firms would benefit a lot and a win-win situation would occur.
I agree. Our merger can enhance our competitiveness.
So you'd better make a proposal for the merger and deliver it to every shareholder for review.
Good idea. I will get down to it right now.
Dialogue 2. What do you think about the merger offer between our two firms?
I'm afraid the merger offer is inadequate.
Can you say something about that?
Our accountant estimates the value of our firm at $1 million and of your firm at $500,000. Through the merger, it would be a huge boost for you, but little benefit for us.
But both of us are now facing a fierce competition pressure in the global market, so merger is the best choice. Otherwise, we'll have to enter into competition with each other.
What do you want me to do?
A little deliberation would have deterred your idea.
Well then, I will give you my final decision in 10 days.
9. Technology transfer. Dialogue 1.
We're considering buying the patent. Do you plan to transfer the patent right to Chinese companies?
Yes, we are thinking the same.
In what form will you transfer the patent?
We'd like to transfer the right to use the patent in the form of license.
Will the license be exclusive or non-exclusive?
Non-exclusive. And I'd like to know how much tax the Chinese government imposes for using patent rights.
20%. But the license only gives one the right to manufacture the equipment. What about the technology not included in the patent?
Don't worry. We'll provide you with all the information and also 5 technicians needed to manufacture the equipment.
Okay. How long will you allow us to use the patent?
3 years.
How much will you ask for?
$50,000 as initial payment and 3% of the sales price on each product sold.
The price is so high. I'm afraid that we cannot accept that.
Dialogue 2.
Are you interested in transferring your trademark to us?
You mean the commercial franchising?
Kind of, but only for the trademark, not include trade name and the business model.
I see. You name your products after mine.
Right.
Does that mean we have to provide you with the full information about the technology of our products?
That won't be necessary, as we have the capability to produce the product. But you also need to send specialists to give us on-the-spot guidance.
We'll consider it. (10) Drafting a contract. Dialogue 1.
Let's talk about drawing up a draft of the contract.
Okay. How long will it take you to draw up a contract?
I'll have the contract drawn up this week.
We expect to have a final contract ready in a week.
In that case, I will try to send the draft to you on Wednesday.
And I think we should try to meet early next week to sign the contracts and go over a few final details.
That would be fine. I'll give you a call at the end of the week to set up an appointment.
All right. By the way, is it likely to sign the contract then?
I hope so.
Dialogue 2.
There are a few points which I'd like to bring up concerning the contract.
I'd like to hear.
Payment terms is important in a contract. We insist on confirmed and irrevocable letter of credit.
That's fully acceptable to our side.
And we shall make the contract more specific on the delivery.
Okay. I'll see that you get the delivery on time. Shipping by SS American as usual, is that right?
Good. And please make sure the place of delivery, the transport route, are included.
Take it easy. This deal is as important to you as it is to us. (11) Checking a contract. Dialogue 1. Here is the draft of the sales contract for the watches you are going to buy.
You've made such an efficient work.
You flatter me. Please go over it and see if everything is in order.
Okay, but I need a few minutes to read it. Would you like to have a seat and drink some coffee?
Thank you. Take it easy.
Well, I've read all the terms carefully. You've done a pretty good job. It's well prepared.
Does that mean we can prepare the originals of the contract?
Yes, Our next step is to sign the contract.
Dialogue 2. Good morning, Mr. Smith. I'm calling about the draft of the contract you sent me. I made a very close study of it.
Do you have any questions?
Yes. First question is the packing. As the verbal agreement says that you will use wooden cases, but you still write cartons. Don't you remember that?
Sorry, we'll amend that.
Next one is the term of payment. You choose DA, but we also want to get the terms of the contracts more in our favor. We prefer to have the payment made by LC through a negotiating bank in Sweden.
I'm not qualified to make decisions for this term. And anything else?
And the last one is the place of arbitration. Could you tell me why you wish to have it carried out in your country? It should take place in a third country. That's international practice. We can't break it.
Okay. I've written down all your questions, and I need to report to my boss.
(12) Before signing a contract. Dialogue 1. Here are the 2 originals of the contract we prepared.
Are they written both in Chinese and English?
Yes, we'll sign 2 originals, each in Chinese and English language.
Are they equally authentic in terms of law?
Of course, the Chinese and English texts are equally authentic.
What if there is inconsistency or conflict between English and Chinese version?
If there is any inconsistency or conflict between English and Chinese versions, the English version shall prevail. Dialogue 2.
What will be the effective date of this contract?
The effective date will begin from July 6, 2009.
What's the term of this contract?
This contract is valid for 1 year.
I'm afraid that 1 year is too short. This contract must be valid for at least 3 years.
If everything's going satisfactorily, it could be extended for 2 years.
All right, we accept your suggestion.
(13) Signing ceremony. Dialogue 1.
What time will the contract be ready for signing?
It's ready now.
Shall we sign it?
With pleasure. I suggest we sign the original of the contract with the attachment.
I agree. Where should I sign?
Sign on the dotted line.
Well, it's done.
Let's countersign it.
Okay.
Dialogue 2.
Now that it's all down on paper, there shouldn't be any problem.
Great! I'm glad our negotiation has come to a successful conclusion.
Thanks again. It's been good working with you.
My pleasure. I hope this will lead to further business between us.
I hope so.
I think both of us deserve a good rest after the long negotiation.
Yes. To celebrate the signing of our contract and our first cooperation, our general manager wants to host a dinner. Would you like to join us?
Yes, I'd like to. (14) Terminating a contract. Dialogue 1.
What should we do if either one of us desires to terminate the contract?
During the 1-year trial period, the contract can be terminated with only 1 month prior to notice.
And after the 1-year trial period?
If you notify us 6 months beforehand, you can cancel the contract.
Will there be any claim damages for that?
Of course. Either party shall be liable for its breach of contract and indemnify for all losses thus incurred to the other party.
Okay.
Dialogue 2.
We'd like to contract out of the project if you don't mind.
But the contract still has 1 year to go. Can you give me the reason?
You failed to honor the contract, so we are entitled to cancel it. That's the reason.
You mean the notice of shipment? But I've told you that's a misunderstanding.
Your explanation won't go down well with us. We insist on canceling it.
What about the subsequent work after the termination?
We'll have a representative to do all the subsequent work.
That's really a pity we cannot go on.
I feel the same.
(15) Expiration of a contract. Dialogue 1.
The expiration of the contract is coming.
Would you like a renewal?
I'm afraid we don't want to renew it.
Well, in that case, the contract will become void automatically when time comes.
Yes, I see. Nice working with you for the last 3 years.
Same here. We hope to do business with you in the future.
Absolutely, we will.
Dialogue 2.
We'll be discussing the renewal of our contract with hardware.
What are your conditions for renewal?
The same as before.
I'm afraid we cannot accept that. We have done a market price survey for major raw material and got to know the price of the raw material has been half lower during the last year.
What do you suggest then?
We'd like you to make a reduction half.
We feel it is necessary to discuss your proposals in more detail.
How far you're willing to go with these negotiations will depend on you. Import and export. 1. Asking for materials. Dialogue 1.
Hello, is that Mr. Keys?
Yes, who it that?
Nice to speak to you, Mr. Keys. This is Wang Jian from ABC Trading Company.
Oh, nice to hear from you, Mr. Wang.
Well, I called because I'm interested in a new product you have advertised in a trade journal, and I want to say it seems like a promising item.
Glad to hear that. Then what?
You know, I have not seen any details about it yet, so I think if...
Oh, I see. I will send you some brochures. Just tell me your address.
That will be good. Thank you for your trouble. My address is number 246 Newton Avenue.
I can send the related information to you this afternoon.
After I study them, would I have an opportunity to discuss the possibility of selling it in our market?
Fine. Let's do that and see how it goes, shall we?
Okay.
Dialogue 2.
Hello. May I speak to Mr. Frank?
Yes, it is Frank speaking.
Hi, Mr. Frank. This is Will Smith from Peak Injectors. I get your name on an article in the December issue of the British Medical Journal.
Nice to speak to you. What can I do for you?
We know that your company manufactures injectors of various sizes. We would like to have some real information about your products.
You mean you like to see the samples?
Exactly.
The samples are now available and will be sent free of charge. Would you please tell me the address of your company?
That's great. Our address is 36 Sayre Street. To me, please.
Got it. You'll receive it in 3 or 5 days.
(2) Formal inquiry. Dialogue 1.
What price per set do you suggest of article number 1278 with Lisbon as the destination port?
In what currency would you like us to give the price?
Better in dollars.
Would you please give us an approximate idea of the quantity you require?
The size of our order depends greatly on piece. I think it's better for you to quote us your price first.
Let me see. It's $600 per CIF Lisbon.
Isn't it possible to give us a discount?
If your order is a large one, that's probable.
What do you mean by a large one?
I mean that we'll consider giving some discount only when the order exceeds a total amount of $10,000 or over.
How much is the maximum or minimum discount?
Our maximum is 10%, and the minimum is 3%.
Okay, I see. I will try to buy in a bulk.
Dialogue 2.
Here is my inquiry list. I would like to have your lowest quotation.
Thank you for your inquiry. Here are our CIF price lists.
Are they the lowest prices?
Of course, they're only for old friends like you. All the prices in the lists are the lowest prices.
But could you quote us FOB prices?
Okay, we'll have FOB prices worked out by this evening and let you have them tomorrow morning.
By the way, can you quote in Australian dollars since the exchange rate for US dollars has been strong recently?
I can do that for you as well.
Thank you very much.
Three. Replying to the inquiry. Dialogue 1.
Are you ready to quote us?
Yes, I've just worked it out. The price for this commodity is $500 per piece CIF San Francisco.
Is this your FOB quotation?
No, this is our quotation sheet.
Are the prices on the list firm offers?
All the quotations on the list are subject to our final confirmation.
That means you may grant me, huh?
Well, it depends. You'd better give the quantity you'd like to order. Dialogue 2.
Are the prices your firm offers?
Yes, this is our firm offers. I can assure you that the prices are highly competitive.
How long will you keep the offers open?
It's valid within 5 days.
Could you extend your offers for 3 days longer? I have to call home for further decision.
3 days is a little longer. What about 2 days? As there is a rush orders at present, we can hardly meet all the requirements.
Fine, let me see. Wednesday, that's September 3rd. Is that right?
Yes, looking forward to your reply. Four. Bargaining. Dialogue 1.
That's a high price. We can hardly make a counteroffer.
You know, in our product, there are natural herb ingredients. This adds to the cost, but makes the quality much superior.
I agree with you there, but 10% is too big a difference.
Well, we'll reduce the price by 3%. I hope this sets the ball rolling.
I'm afraid we can't accept that. I'd suggest another 2%.
I'm afraid that won't do. A 3% cut is really the best we can do. My offer was based on a reasonable profit, not on wild speculations.
That's why we prefer to order from your company.
So, how about another 1% discount for an order exceeding 5,000 bottles?
To help us develop a new market for your products, can't you cut your price any more?
Sorry, we cannot.
All right, I'll try to persuade my boss to accept the price.
Dialogue 2.
I have studied your offer carefully and consulted our home office. We find your price 10% higher than those offered by other suppliers.
Better quality usually means a higher price.
There is acute competition on the world market, and we need to do some sales promotion for this new type.
Well then, can you give us an idea that you consider workable?
We can't accept your offer unless the price is reduced by 10%.
I appreciate your counteroffer, but find it too low to accept.
It's unwise for either of us to stick to our own price. How about meeting each other halfway? And in that way, the business deal can be concluded.
You certainly have a way of talking me into it. All right. Let's meet each other halfway. Then the gap will be closed and our business completed.
That means $95 per piece. It seems reasonable.
We've kept the price close to the costs of production. Five. Ordering and accepting. Dialogue 1.
What is the minimum quantity of an order for your goods?
The minimum quantity for this product is 200 cartons.
Do you have that on hand?
Will you wait while I see if we have them in stock? Yes.
We will submit further orders if this one is completed to our satisfaction.
Thank you very much for the order. Hope this is a good start for both of us. Dialogue 2.
We intend to book a trial order with you.
Glad to hear that. We are in a position to accept a special order.
We'd like to place a very small order. Will that work for you?
Usually the order we accept will be substantial, but as a new customer like you, we'd say it's all right.
I would appreciate that. If possible, we are going to order 10 sacks.
Good. Your order shall have our prompt and careful attention.
And one more question we have to discuss with you.
What is it?
As a trial order, if we sell all the products in 3 months, we will pay for them. If not, we will send them back to you.
Well, I agree with you, but the repeat order can't have the same terms. Six. Mode of delivery. Dialogue 1.
The time of delivery is very important to us. Let's discuss the delivery date next.
Please tell me your requirement.
First, I'd like to know how long it usually takes you to make delivery.
Delivery would be a month from receipt of your LC.
Can you make the delivery before the beginning of November? We hope to keep up with the Christmas rush.
Okay, I can assure you we will deliver it to you on time, on condition that you should open the LC as soon as possible.
We will do it right away. By the way, may I inspect them before shipment?
Sure, we'll inform you before the shipment. Dialogue 2.
What's your earliest delivery?
They may be delivered in a month. I'll tell you the date as soon as they are ready.
Could you possibly effect shipment more promptly?
I'm sorry to say that we can't advance the time of delivery. Getting the goods ready, making out the documents, and booking the shipping space, all these take time, you know. You cannot expect us to make delivery in less than a month.
I see. So will you confirm that you can execute our order before the end of April?
Of course. 7. Mode of payment. Dialogue 1.
In what currency will payment be made?
We would prefer you to pay for your imports in USD.
What's your regular practice concerning terms of payment?
We usually accept payment by irrevocable LC payable against shipping documents.
Could you make an exception and accept DP for this transaction?
Occasionally, we accept for trial order. But yours is a normal case, isn't it?
As you know, it doesn't pay to open an LC with a bank for such a small amount.
I see. Only for this time. I hope after the first supply you will place regular orders.
You bet.
Dialogue 2.
Is it possible to find alternative terms for our future business?
Well, it is only under very special circumstances that we agree to other payment terms.
It would help me greatly if you would agree to DA.
But we will take more risks. I'd like to think it over.
Please.
All right, in view of our long friendly relations, we agree to your requirement this time, once and for all.
Thanks a lot.
Eight. Opening an LC. Dialogue 1.
Hello. Anything I can do for you?
Hello, Mr. White. This is Wang Bin. I'm now calling to tell you that we have not yet received the covering LC to date.
I know the date of delivery is approaching. You must feel worried about that.
Yes, we are so worried, as we've come to an agreement that you should open an LC 15 to 20 days before delivery.
Yes, I see. Our letter of credit is bound to be opened before March 1st.
That would be great. Please call me as soon as you do that.
Oh, I almost forgot that. Is the wording of confirmed necessary for the letter of credit?
I think so. I'm always waiting for your call. Bye.
Dialogue 2. Hello, is that Mr. Connor? This is Sarah.
Yeah, what's the matter? You sound like very anxious.
Sorry, we are unable to guarantee shipment by the agreed date due to a strike at our factory.
Oh, what a pity. What shall we do then?
Will you please explain our situation to your customers and secure their consent to extend the LC to September 30th?
It's a hot potato, but I will try. If possible, we will instruct the Beijing City Commercial Bank to extend the LC up to September 30th.
I really appreciate that. Nine. Packaging details. Dialogue 1. I would like to hear your requirements about the product packaging issues.
Well, the wrapping certainly should be attractive and good quality too. So please pay attention to the design of the inner packing. All the packages must be ready for window display.
We have thought of that. You can rest assured that, for this time, we plan to use a polythene wrapper for inner packaging.
Good. Waterproof material is usually used for inner packing.
And in order to accommodate to the American consumer's taste, we plan to print color embroidery patterns on the exclusively designed wrapping bag. Our packing will be on par with that of other competitors, if not better.
Great idea. A wrapping that catches the eye will certainly help push the sales.
Same here.
But don't forget that the barcodes should be marked on the inner packing.
No, we won't. Dialogue 2. Do you have anything to say about the outer packaging?
We intend to use cartons for outer packing.
Are they standard export cartons?
Yes, it's cardboard cartons with stenciled shipping marks.
But these goods will have to go a long way before they arrive at our port. What if dampness gets into the packages?
All the cartons are lined with plastic sheets, so they're absolutely waterproof, I can assure you.
Then how many for one box?
2 dozens.
I'm afraid it's overweight for that kind of box.
We'll reinforce the box with metal straps.
Why not use the wooden case?
Wooden case is too heavy to handle.
Anyway, the outer packing should be suitable for long-distance ocean transportation. Please make sure that the packing is strong enough to stand rough handling.
Certainly. Please set your mind at rest. Do you have more questions about packing?
No, I will leave it to you. Ten. Making shipment. Dialogue 1. Would you tell me how you intend to ship the goods?
To make it easier for us to get the goods ready, we're willing to ship them in 2 lots.
When will it be for each lot?
The first lot is in September, and the second one a month later.
If so, can you assure me of shipping on time?
Of course. We assure you that shipment will be made before September 30th. As soon as shipping space is booked, we shall advise you of the name of the ship.
Good. I'm waiting for your good news. Dialogue 2. How would you like us to ship the goods?
As the goods are seasonal goods, you'd better ship them in one lot.
But it will cause a lot of problems in our shipment, and it is very difficult to book so much shipping space at one time.
I understand your position, but you should try your best to make everything go smoothly.
We will contact the shipping company to meet your need. I will phone you in the afternoon to tell you the results.
Good.
(11) About insurance. Dialogue 1.
Do you mind telling me what kind of insurance we've got for this order of goods?
We generally cover insurance WPA and war risks in the absence of instruction from our clients.
WPA and war risks are too narrow for a shipment of this nature.
What other insurances would you like to add?
We want to add the risk of breakage.
If broader coverage is required, the extra premium is for the buyer's account.
Yes, we know that. What's the extra premium?
This kind of additional risk is coverable at a premium of 2%.
Okay, please cover the insurance for us.
Dialogue 2.
We hope to have the goods insured at your end.
Okay. For orders on CIF basis, we usually effect insurance against all risks for 110% of the invoice value with the People's Insurance Company of China.
Will you arrange to plus 10%?
Sorry, as for the percentage above the invoice value, our usual price is to accept 110%.
For the sake of long and friendly business relations with you, we hope our request will meet with your approval.
If we comply with your request for covering 120% of the invoice value, the extra premium arising, therefore, will be borne by you.
It does not matter. What we want to have is peace of mind.
(13) Trade complaints. 1. Dialogue 1.
What's wrong with the goods?
Some component parts were found covered with rust on opening the package by inspectors at the destination.
How many of them are rusty?
Nearly 10% of all.
Are there any possibilities that the long-distance transportation caused the rusty?
The experts have reasons to believe the rust had been there before the finishing process.
But we also hold the inspection certificate from our Commodities Inspection Bureau, which states the consignment was up to the standard for export.
The only possibility is your inspection bureau may select a few packages at random.
I'm afraid we only can give our opinion after we have them rechecked.
Dialogue 2. We found a short wait in your last consignment.
This kind of incident has never occurred before. How much is the short wait?
2 tons short wait on the arrival.
Have you got any proof?
Here is the copy of the inspection certificate.
Let me see. It seems like we had a mistake on the shipment. We are extremely sorry for that.
Well, it happens. What we need is quick shipment for the 2 tons.
We will send them in this week, and we will inform you of the details of the shipment as soon as possible.
(14) Trade complaints. 2. Dialogue 1.
Sales Department, Jun speaking. What can I do for you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Zhang. This is Michael. I'm calling to ask you about the shipment. The goods are now 2 weeks overdue.
Oh, sorry. We are doing everything possible in our power to guarantee the delivery within 2 days.
Your delay in delivery has caused problem on both our customer and us. We should appreciate if you could make the arrangement for the shipment by June 1st.
Take it easy. We promise you.
I'm afraid if you are unavailable to deliver within this period, we shall be compelled to cancel our order.
That won't happen. You are surely bound to receive it within 2 weeks.
Dialogue 2.
Hello, is that Mr. Wong? This is Peter.
Yes, speaking.
Oh, Mr. Wong, I have to make a complaint to you for the delay.
What's the matter? Haven't you received the goods?
Oh, yes, we have received, but 5 weeks went by before the goods arrived instead of 3 weeks, and we lost a wonderful opportunity of sales.
How can that be?
It is true. On inquiry, we found that the goods were not shipped until 2 weeks after the date of dispatch.
Oh, sorry for the inconvenience the delay has caused you, but this delay must due to the shipping company, as we have sent the goods to them on time.
Anyway, we have to ask you to make us allowance corresponding to our loss.
Please give us some time. We must inquire into the matter.
All right, but reply to me as soon as possible, please.
(15) Claim and settlement. Dialogue 1. Hello, Robert. Nice seeing you.
Hi, good to see too. I'm sure you will come today.
I'm here to settle the claim for last shipment.
I see. We made investigation and found that the goods had not been packed as stipulated in the contract. That caused the breakage in transit. I do apologize for that.
So, what will you deal with this matter? The repacking did take a long time and cost a lot.
And we'd like to know how much the repacking cost you.
The expenses amounted to $5,000. We expect compensation for this amount.
Certainly. We will compensate you for any expenses you may have incurred. Hope this unfortunate error will not affect our future relations.
I hope so. Be careful next time. Dialogue 2.
I think the problem can be solved by friendly consultation without referring to arbitration.
Quite right. Then how much would you like to compensate for the losses?
We are going to compensate a part of the losses.
Can you name the reasons?
As we have stated in the contract, should any loss or damage occur, Party A shall lodge claims against the insurer and pay a part of the indemnification received from the insurer to Party B, which shall be in proportion to the payment Party A has not made for the part of machinery involved in the loss or damage.
That sounds okay. One of my people will go to your company tomorrow to talk about what replacements are needed and the money for your future losses.
We apologize for the trouble caused to you and will take steps to avoid such a mistake again in the future.
I hope so. I hope you'll seriously consider our claim. Trade show. 1. Extending invitations. Dialogue 1. Hello, is this the Pacific Mechanical Company?
Yes, may I know who's calling?
It's Lily, from the organizing committee of the annual International High-Tech Industry Exposition 2009.
Glad to hear from you. Can I be of any help to you?
I'm calling to invite you to visit our annual International High-Tech Industry Exposition. This is an excellent opportunity to show your company to the world.
Who else may I know will you invite?
We are going to invite a crop of sci-tech specialists with high academic achievements and lots of international exhibitors.
Oh, I see. Will you invite Madison Industries?
Yes, Do you need me to send you the expo information?
Okay. Our email address is pmc@163.com.
Got it. Please take a peek at your mailbox in 5 minutes. Dialogue 2. Your computers have a high level of quality now, and your prices are good. So why not? I think it will really be worthwhile.
What you said is right. We must demonstrate it.
So you accept the invitation, is that right?
Yes, we will attend the expo.
You seem excited about it.
Well, you know, computer originates from America. So maybe the thought of going back there to promote our brand is kind of exciting to me.
Wish you a good result.
Thank you for inviting us.
Two. Applying to the fair. Dialogue 1.
May I know the purpose of holding such an exhibition?
The purpose of this exhibition is promote the development of industrial sectors, strengthen industrial communication and cooperation, and prosper industrial economy.
Nice theme. When and where will the exhibition be held?
It's in Beijing on August the 5th and 6th.
When is the deadline for registration?
The deadline is Friday. However, we can make exceptions for overseas companies.
What about the accommodation?
We'll help you reserve the hotels and arrange cars to pick you up at the airport.
Do we need to pay the deposit?
Yes, you need to prepay for the rent 50%. Dialogue 2.
We have an idea of joining the exposition.
You're welcome to participate in the exposition.
What shall we do with the registration form and registration fee?
You need to fill out the application form and agreement with official stamp and submit it to the organizing committee. The address is room 1212, Huitong Building, Jiangguo Road, 105, Chaoyao District, Beijing.
Can I transfer money by bank?
Of course. Our account number of Industrial and Commercial Bank of China is 6222 0236 0201 8303 834.
Is it necessary for us to provide you other documents?
Please provide samples and photographic materials in English and Chinese. Three. Decorating the booth. Dialogue 1.
Today we need to make the display of the exhibition.
Let's make a unique display.
Yes, a unique display. So where shall we start the work?
Well, I think we should start from measuring the floor for a new carpet and the walls for new wallpaper.
The color of the floor and the wall must match our products. How do you like green?
Good idea. I was thinking the same thing myself.
What about the tables? They are all the same color in the hall.
We can spread the tables with some colorful clothes, just like the flowers in the forests. I'm sure it will look decorative. Dialogue 2.
What can we do with the door?
Just put some posts on it. All right with you?
You do what you like. It makes no odds to me.
Okay, do it then. After that, you need to put the logo of our company on the wall.
Okay, but just tell where you'd like.
I've no idea. Ask Helen for some advice. But remember, we should put the logo at the very obvious place.
I will.
Oh, I almost forget. The posts also should be pasted up on the walls in the surrounding hallways.
Don't worry, I will make them on.
Four. Registration. Dialogue 1. Welcome to the exhibition.
Has the registration begun?
Yes, would you like to check in?
Yeah, Can you tell me the registration process?
You should show your ID card, the invitation letter, and the receipt to the exhibition registry. They will give you a guest card. Then you need to get the meal vouchers.
Okay. Could you tell me how to get there?
You can go to the room 211, and there will be someone to help you to finish the registration.
Thank you.
Dialogue 2.
Hello. I'd like to sign the register.
Good morning. Would you show me your documents?
Here they are.
Well, excuse me for a moment. All seem right. Here is your ticket to the hall. Your booth is in number 3 hall.
Is it far from here? It's so spacious here.
Here is the floor plan of the exhibition hall.
Oh, good. I think it must be a good helper.
If you need any help, please let me know. Five. Applying for other services. Dialogue 1. Good morning, sir. Can I help you?
I wonder if you can arrange an interpreter for us. You know we cannot speak Chinese very well.
Yes, we can. There are many English major students who can translate for you.
That is great. How much do they charge each day?
It is $15 an hour for a minimum of 4 hours.
I see. Well, I need a 3-day service. That will be 12 hours altogether.
Would you like a girl or a boy?
A girl, please. I think girls will be more considerate.
Okay, I will arrange one for you at once. Dialogue 2. Good afternoon, Mr. Houston.
Good afternoon. I'd like to arrange a meeting for some business. Do you have a conference room we could use?
Certainly, sir. We have a conference room for 10 people at $150 an hour, or a larger room for 20 people for $250 an hour.
I'd prefer the smaller room. Can I book it for tomorrow morning at 11 a.m.?
Yes, that would be fine.
Could you tell me where it is?
Let me take you there.
Thanks a lot. You're so kind.
Six. Welcoming the clients. Dialogue 1. Welcome to the China Export Commodities Fair. How do I address you?
Nice to meet you. I'm Tom Bailey, the business representative of ABC Company.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Bailey. Is this your first visit to the fair?
Yes, this is my first visit. I've heard that it is famous all around the world.
Yes, you have come to the right place. What would you like to see?
I'd like to see the handmade rug.
Here we've got a series of latest ones. Do you feel interested?
Okay, show me, please.
See those on the wall behind me? Those are the new ones.
Oh, they look nice.
Would you like to have a further negotiation with our manager?
Oh, I'm afraid not at the moment. I'd better go have a look at the others. I'll come to you if necessary.
Here is a catalog and brochure. Take a look. Dialogue 2.
Hi, Mr. Morris. Nice seeing you again.
Oh, hello, Ralph. Haven't run into you for a long time.
It really is. You've changed so much.
How is your business?
It's just all right. What about yours?
It is looking up, so I came here.
How is the market going for last consignment?
Very well. I'm going to place an order again.
Glad to hear that. I wish a brisk business for you all and a continued development in our business dealings.
The same to you. Oh, I have to go and have a brief look. Excuse me for a moment.
Take it easy. See you soon.
Seven. Establishing contacts. Dialogue 1. Good afternoon, sir. May I know what company you are from?
I'm Matt Brown, from the import manager of Atlantic Industries Ltd., Sydney, Australia.
Good afternoon, Mr. Brown. My name is Juliet Anderson, manager of the sales department.
Nice to see you, Miss Anderson.
Do you find anything interesting?
I'm just arriving here. I haven't seen as much as I could.
Would you mind leaving your business card here?
No, I'd be glad to. Here is my card.
Thank you, and here is mine. Please call me anytime if anything I can do for you. Dialogue 2.
Oh, by the way, I would like you to know my friend Ming. Ming, this is my buddy, Tim.
Nice to meet you. I'm Wong Ming.
Me too. I'm Tim Alexander. Just call me Tim.
Well, Tim's company is doing business with importing toys. Maybe you can seize the opening.
Of course. Thank you so much, John. And I think we should have a further talk sometime later. Do you think so, Tim?
Good idea. It suits me.
Then let's make it tomorrow morning. Say 10?
Okay. I will come to the booth to meet you.
(8) Introducing the business. Dialogue 1. What kinds of trade are you generally in?
We are engaged in export.
What countries do you trade with?
We mainly trade with Japanese and South Korean firms.
What's your business scope?
Our business scope includes clothes, stationaries, toys, household electric appliances, and medical devices.
Dialogue 2. What kinds of products do you mainly handle?
We mostly handle office furniture.
Could you say something about the product category?
It includes sofa, filing cabinet, executive desk, computer table, and office chair.
What about the quality and price?
We supply first-class furniture. The material is superior and with all the latest styles. The prices are competitive against the similar products. Can you give me some idea about what you're looking for?
Oh, I'm just looking around. (9) Showing samples. Dialogue 1.
Could you please let me have a look?
Okay, here is the model.
Good. It's indeed of attractive.
Due to the limited space, we cannot demonstrate all the models. These are some samples of the products.
Well, these are enough.
Really? Did you find anything interesting?
Oh, yes. We are especially interested in these 3 models.
We are glad to hear that. Dialogue 2. I would like to see the samples first.
Okay, here it is. These are our new models.
Oh, it looks really attractive. What are their strong points?
There's a lot to be said for them. Firstly, they are more durable than any similar ones in the market.
Why does it take longer to wear out than others?
The yarn is carefully selected for quality and woven very tightly in this fabric.
Oh, I see.
May we hear your comments on our products?
We find the quality of your samples well up to standard and suitable for our requirements. (10) Presenting related materials. Dialogue 1.
What items are you particularly interested in?
Women's dresses. We are looking for something fashionable and suitable for Australian women.
Oh, we just got some new dresses. Would you like a brochure?
Yes, please. That will be good.
This is the brochure of our latest products. Here you are.
Oh, thank you. I surely will have a close study of it.
Our phone numbers and email address are on the booklet I gave you. We'll be glad to hear from you.
Okay, I hope so. Dialogue 2.
Well, here we offer you with a catalog of the newest products for reference.
Oh, thank you.
And here is the price list. Please take a look at it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Would you like something else?
Oh, better not. I'm full with my hands.
Oh, I will fetch you a bag. We have some bags free of charge.
Thank you for trouble. (11) Moving out. Dialogue 1. The show is coming to the end. We'd better start moving out at 2 in the afternoon.
It's finally over. I have yearned for home.
So we've got lots of things to do now. Could you go to the hotel and check out?
With pleasure. But what should we do with the display items?
We can sell some of the display items. For the others, we can find a transportation company to ship them back to our country.
I'll follow your advice.
The organizers of the exhibition have already appointed a few transportation companies. Here are their telephone numbers.
Okay, I will call them in a moment.
Dialogue 2.
Hi, Miss Wong.
Hi, Mr. Kennedy. Nice seeing you. Anything I can do for you?
No, I've just come to say thank you for your help during the show.
It's my pleasure. I appreciated your work methods. If there is anything else I can do for you, please don't hesitate to let me know.
Deal. I'm looking forward to cooperate with you next time.
Me too. By the way, is everything ready for going home?
Yes, everything is ready. We'll move out in the afternoon.
Then have a nice trip. (12) Contacting after the show. Dialogue 1.
Is this Mr. Jones?
Yes, that's right. Who's calling?
I'm just calling to introduce myself. My name is Tang, the buyer on PC program of high-tech company.
I'm glad to hear from you, Mr. Tong. We've met at the exhibition, right?
Yes, we're very interested in the product you exhibited at the international exhibition. I would be happy to learn more about export business terms.
The price varies somewhat according to the size of your order. Would you tell us the quantity you want so that we can work out an offer?
Well, I will send you a list of my requirements, for which I'd like to have your lowest quotations. CIF Vancouver.
Dialogue 2.
Hello, is there Susan speaking?
Yes, who is that?
Yuan.
Oh, nice to hear from you.
Well, Susan, I'm calling to know if you have any interest in our samples.
Yes, we are very interested in the cotton cheongsams, especially the ones with the traditional Chinese patterns and characters.
Glad to hear that. So is it possible for us to do business?
We are just thinking about this.
Great. Hope we can get your orders soon.